Finally, I'm getting to build up a bike all of my own. I'm gonna build it up to be a super beefy, super capable park bike. And then we'll take it to a bike park and see how she does. We're going back to the ER.
We're a couple of birds in a wolf den, but to us it still feels like heaven, 'cause we don't.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Sid. This is my new bike, and that's Macky. I am really excited today because I finally get to build up my very own Jamis Hardline A1. This is probably confusing to those of you who have been watching this channel for a while. Last year we were riding prototype versions of these bikes, and that was awesome because we got to give feedback to Jamis, help them with some of those last details that they were still working on. This also meant that we had to give those bikes back so they could see basically what we did to them after riding them for a season, which, as you guys know, is probably significant. That's why we test bikes. So this year we have been riding prototype bikes. Again, we've been riding prototypes of next year's bikes. So again, we're riding bikes that we will be sending back. Finally, I'm getting to build up a bike all of my own that I get to keep. And this is the Jamis Hardline A1. It is a 160 mil 27.5. And as you'll see in this video, I'm gonna build it up to be a super beefy, super capable park bike. Not just for riding a park, because these bikes pedal really well, but I'm not trying to make it light. I am going for really durable components, really durable bike, and then we'll take it to a bike park and see how she does.
Still feels like heaven, 'cause we don't let the bad vibes get in, we don't let them win. Testify to the strength of a true bond, flying high over the heads of a rude mob, staying at the revolution of the whole clock, kill them all with love. I don't care if they're talking about us. No, I don't care if they put us down.
All right, all built, looking really good. I think this silver, this raw aluminum with these pedals is like a combination that was just like meant to be. It looks so good, especially with the blue highlights. So this is the Jamis Hardline A1. It is an aluminum 27.5, 160 mil bike. It is a big bike. And for this build, pretty much went all out with all of the burly things because, as you guys know, I also have the Portal, which I have built really light for some XC racing. This bike, you could build it lighter, but this one is just all about durability and smashing through rocks. The drive chain on this puppy is Shimano XT. It's kind of a hodgepodge of parts that we had. On the front here, I have the X-Fusion sweep. I really love this fork. It feels really nice. We've got double Vittoria Martellos with airliners in them, so again, heavy, burly, capable, don't like getting flats. Coil shock, of course. What is a park bike without a big coil shock? These bikes ride so well with a coil because there isn't a ton of pedal bob, so you can run a coil and it is heavy, but you don't suffer too much in terms of efficiency, so that's really awesome. I got the same saddle that I have on pretty much all of my bikes. It's the Ergon SM women's saddle. That's their mountain saddle. If you have a saddle that works for you, like, keep riding it. If you don't, definitely look into the Ergon saddles. They're really good. They just launched their men's line, which makes that same super ergonomic that they had for the women's saddles last year to the men's saddles this year. So if you have any, you know, saddle issues, Ergon grips, Xtr Brakes. They're the new XTRs, the 4-piston. I could have put Saints on this bike because we had some Saints from last year, but I've really been liking the Xtr brakes and I want to keep it consistent between bikes. It's a little bit more important that that's consistent than, say, having the drive chain the same. That doesn't matter that much. And then, of course, complementing the raw aluminum, we have Xpedo Oil Slick GFX pedals, which is just, it's just so perfect. It's such a good look. I'm so excited to go ride this thing.
Now I'm blue.
I'm blue, abba-dee, abba-doo. That was your cue. I'm blue, abba-dee, abba-doo.
Abba-dee, abba-die, abba-dee, abba-die.
We are here at Pajarito Ski Mountain. It is opening weekend, it is Summerfest here, it is going to be an awesome day. We're pretty excited, and I'm really excited to try out this new bike. So this new Osprey hip belt has a built-in banana holder. Macky does not think that the banana is gonna stay.
There's no way. There's not a chance that the banana is gonna stay.
I think it's gonna stay.
No way.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna stay. Like look how firmly it is held by the banana holder.
Not a chance.
But this is so much better, right? Because if you put the banana in your pack, then it gets squishy on other things. Here, it can only get squishy. We'll find out. We'll keep you updated. Off to ride some of, my opinion, the best trails in New Mexico. We're just like super, super psyched to be back up here for the first time since last year. Some first impressions, obviously super fun bike. Very different than the Portal in the fact that it's a much bigger bike in terms of suspension and it has the 27.5 wheels. I've spent a lot of time on 27.5. I love 27.5 in the bike park. There's just like a few situations where it's really nice. I could definitely feel the difference in wheel size in the corners. That's probably the most noticeable. I forget when I haven't spent much time on a big bike recently that like 160 mil bikes are really, really fun. Fast and very confidence inspiring. You just smooth out so many things that are rough or distracting on a smaller bike. It's just really awesome and you can go really fast. So yeah, it's super fun to just like smash through some rocks. this is a great mountain for a bike like this because it's pretty steep. I don't notice a like difference in ability to roll down things, partially because I think the bigger suspension kind of cancels that out. The Hardline is very slack, very big up front, so like riding that steep stuff, it just like feels flat. You can ride really steep stuff on a smaller bike. You can ride anything on any bike, really. It's mainly about the rider, not about the bike. But, you know, you have to be a lot more active and a lot more aware of your line choice if you're riding a small bike on really steep, gnarly stuff.
Okay, I admit it.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I admit, you were right. The Enduro Banana survived for 3 whole laps.
Did get nibbled on by a dog.
Hi, oh, you're a cutie, huh?
How old is
You're
he?
just a big floofy poof, huh? You're just a big floofy poof, huh?
Big Aussie.
Yeah, you're gonna be a big pooper, aren't you? He's cutie. He's like, I love bananas. What do you think? How's the bruising looking? It's got some like stripes.
I think it's okay on the inside.
Okay, on the inside?
It did
We'll
bruise
show it on the
pretty
outside.
badly. It bruised pretty bad.
Yeah.
So it may not be the best way to, but it would have been more bruised if it had been inside the bag.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Plus then there would have been banana goop. all
Banana
over my
goop
bag.
everywhere. So how's the bike feeling? We've gotten a couple laps in now.
It feels good. I had to mess with the suspension a little bit.
Yeah, that's the hardest part with a new bike is
things
like
were
trying to get
not
everything dialed
right out
in.
the gate, but it does not feel really good. Well, that's how you want it to ride best. Is
Yeah, that's when you're riding fast. Good point. What do you want to go ride?
Sidewinder to air raid battle station.
Sidewinder air raid battle stations.
And that'll be a good, that's a real, actually, I would say a really good run to test a bike that you want to descend on, at least, because it's pretty much straight downhill. But you've got some pretty steep sections.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of awkward hucks to flat. I guess there's no jumps, but other than that, I feel like this run has everything.
Yeah.
Something I appreciate about Pajarito is they are not worried about building really gnarly trails with no go-arounds. Oh,
I think so.
Macky didn't quite stick the landing on that one. Hit the first drop and then was going too fast and too much to the side, so like dropped off the side of this right into this tree, which you can tell because it's a burnt tree. That's gonna stain. We're going back to the ER. Macky's hand is pretty sore, so we're gonna go see if it's broken. Good news is it is completely empty in here. Apparently it's not popular to hurt yourself on a Saturday in Los Alamos.
Sounds like I did not break my hand, which I'm really glad about because the way it was hurting after that crash, I was like, great, I did it again because I've done it before and that's sort of what it felt like. But x-rays say no fracture. I have a little bit of a brace here that I'm probably gonna wear for like 3-4 days.
If you guys enjoyed seeing the trails here at Pajarito, make sure you check out this video, which has a lot more POV and a lot more trail riding. And yeah, we'll see you right over there.